Let's do this. Hey, what's up, everybody that's watching live on Twitch and also that's listening on here on Spotify and also who's watching on YouTube. So, what's up, everybody? I know we've been down on WFSO Aftermath for a couple of weeks, as I was just explaining to people live on Twitch that like what we did, I think was last week we was talking about my trip from SummerSlam. So if y'all want to catch that, look on the Wrestling Fan Speak Out podcast on Spotify and other podcasts you listen to. They will be on there. So check that out. And I know I'm a little bit behind on certain videos and stuff like that. Like I'll try to post one like last week while I was in Detroit, but the internet area where I was at wasn't working and they think one part of it was fine, but the other part wasn't. So what more can you do? Um, like I said, we're gonna talk about a little bit of news. Talk about a little bit of the Bucks as there some of the few games have been mentioned, like what's gonna happen. They mentioned the NBA opener as mentioned. Christmas Day games has been mentioned as well, and the rest of the schedule will be released this week. So soon as they, release it this week, or as soon as I be able to get a chance to talk about it when it's released sometime this week, we will talk about the butt schedule and go from there. Um, I guess like without further ado, let's give it a little bit of news. So everybody knows about the Nick Aldis situation. Like after he was done with Impact, he was in Minneapolis this past Monday. Not Minneapolis, Minneapolis. I'm sorry. Um, where him and Robert Roode had a tryout to be in producers at SummerSlam, and Nick Aldis had his tryout in not SmackDown but Raw. But I guess let's see. And I'm going to read more of it, so just give me a second here. According to Fightful Select, both Nick Aldis and Robert Roode were backstage at SmackDown this week, shadowing different producers as they continue to get the grips with the role. Aldis shadow Petey Williams, who was producing the match between AJ Styles and Karen Cross. Meanwhile, Roode got to work with Jamie Noble as he produced the United States Championship between Austin Theory and Rey Mysterio. On top of that, Roode and Noble produced some backstage segments for the show as well, allowing Roode to experience even more of what the role has to offer. So it seems like both Nick Aldis and Robert Roode are guaranteed their producer role in WWE. So from just from one seems like they're gonna guarantee the role. So all this is someone that WWE reported been interested in hiring as a producer since July, following his end of his time with Impact. So giving him a chance to experience the role will be valuable. As I just mentioned, he was also backstage at Raw this week, but they're not sure they want him to work as in-ring talent, which he's not like officially retired, but that'd be good for him. Like if you want to be a producer or like wrestle every now and then, keep on as like a special attraction. They could do that with him, but yeah, we will see. And Rude has been coming out of like injury, so yeah, and he's haven't mentioned retirement yet either. Yeah, for his age, so we'll see how that happens. So we're gonna read a couple more from Wrestling Incorporated, like the news and stuff, and also we're gonna read news from our friends at NoDQ.com. So I'm just trying to read the ones where I think would be, in my opinion, kind of important. Let's see. Let's see. I can't talk about much about Impact Wrestling because I missed the last two shows and I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna try to watch them tonight. I know everybody was kind of shocked what happened with Shinsuke Nakamura end up attacking Seth Rollins. So it seems like Shinsuke Nakamura will be Seth Rollins' next opponent for the World Heavyweight title. So that'd be interesting. Like he finally like get a title shot. It's been a long time since he had like a world title shot. So yeah. Also this coming week, Edge celebrated his 25th anniversary year of being in WWE. And I guess the match he got is going to get Sheamus if y'all saw like what was going on. Um, let's see. This really see, this really ain't much to talk about. Of course, Christian and RB Darling will be wrestling next week on Collision. I saw a little bit of that. Nigel McGuinness will have an in-ring return in AEW, so good for him. And let me talk about this. As you can see, they moved Jay Uso to the WWE Alum section after the SmackDown angle. There's people out there, and seriously, there is people out there that believe that this is a this is true. Like with Jay Uso, like quitting and all that stuff. Of course, with storylines, they're gonna make it to be as truthful as they can to get like people, interested in it. And there's so much people believe that he's gonna jump shit to AEW, and some of these, I'm sorry to say, some of these AEW marks, like they should know about storylines and things like that. Which I'm just pretty shocked that they believe that is true. It's a storyline. Jay Uso ain't going anywhere. Maybe they do that little, and maybe they'll do that thing they did with CM Punk, like have them show a bunch of indie shows, then come right back. So they can do it that way. So most likely, I don't see Jay Uso in AEW, and they paying people pretty good. Like I know AEW, they pay some of their people good too. So yeah, but most likely, so for everybody that's out there and the AEW marks, like don't get me wrong, I like AEW too. I don't watch it as much as I should, but I don't know, just some of the things that they just do it just a little bit overplayed, but I still watch it every now and then. But for these guys that's like AEW marks that don't like all wrestling, the storyline is a storyline. Like Jay Uso isn't going anywhere. So yeah, didn't hear about this. Two NXT stars reportedly set to leave WWE. Oh, it's the same too. So, their contract is expired in October. I'll talk about Jagger Reed and Rick Fowler, collectively known as the Dyad, with I can't be, Ava Rain and Joe Gacy. I'm sorry. I just now remember their names. So they're a part of Schism, and their contract expires in October. And we thought that they was going to leave when they had the loser leaves NXT match with the Creed brothers, but they didn't. So sorry about that. So most likely they probably are going to end their contracts and just be gone and over with. And they said they're not happy. So it's like, what more can you do with that? So, oh, okay, 14th of October is contracts up. So they will be free agents, and they, depending on where they go. So I wouldn't be surprised they go like to maybe Impact. That would be for them because I think they're a little bit dying, a little needing a tag team. Impact does. Ring of Honor, who knows? AEW, who knows? But then again, most likely whoever wrestles in Ring of Honor are going to be also wrestling in AEW. So not pretty much of a shock there. So we're gonna hopefully the screen will come back up. We're gonna look at a couple of news of no DQ.com. There was one I really wanted to look at, and let's see, where is it? Let's see. Yeah, I want to know that who was bored with this match at SummerSlam between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. So I want to know who it is and just talk about it. But whoever this person is, they probably be bored with it because it's the same old thing with Roman Reigns. Like always, oh, Eric Bischoff. Then again, he did ran WCW to the ground. So what good decisions he had made besides, in the late '90s with WCW. So I'm gonna read what he says. I like this match less than I like the previous match. The women's match, the women's match. I was disappointed because my expectations, and part of it might have been, and maybe it's kind of a reaction that the audience, the expectation has been so high for anything bloodline related because it's been so awesome for so long. This wasn't. This was maintenance. This didn't advance anything in my opinion. Technically, it did. On paper, it did. Okay, but you can argue that if you want online, if you have nothing else to do with your life, you can debate that. But for me, just in terms of emotional interest and my reaction, my visual response is I was bored. I did not enjoy this match at all. Nothing about it made me look forward to Monday Night Raw or SmackDown on Friday night. It was just, I mean, I get why people are saying, sorry, kind of lost my place. Let's see, what, God, I get what people are saying. Oh, it feels like it could be 1999, 2000 NWO because it didn't move the needle. It checked, it checked a couple of boxes, but it did not have the emotional needle whatsoever for me. Well, I guess I can understand that because, like, oh, there's more. Okay, sorry about that. Now in the month, I could be looking back and go, God, that was a dumb thing to say, because look what they're doing now. It all makes sense. But as it stands now, I was like, are you kidding me? I've been talking this bloodline story up for months. I told everybody that and I mean it, and it's still true. The bloodline storyline has been far and away the best story has been crafted professional wrestling in any of our lifetimes. That's it. You can debate it if you want. You can troll it if you want. I really don't give a blank, but this one let me down. It was slow. It was just, the chairs under the rings and the tables. And oh my God, can we find any other cheaper, easier way of trying to actually create emotion? It's just, I was so disappointed, really was. I wish I'd been in the middle of the show instead of the end of the show because then we would have forgotten about it. Hmm. Yeah, I don't care what Dave Mesner ranked it, so whatever. Um, like I said, I can understand where he's coming from with this, just because of it's the same old thing. It's like Roman always winning, and like there's nothing changing about that. So it's like, what more they're gonna do with Roman Reigns? Like, who his next opponent gonna be? Is it gonna be Jimmy? As we saw, like the reason he attacked Jay because he don't want him to be corrupted, like as Roman Reigns is. But but we know somehow, some way, because they got like less than 4 weeks away that they're gonna put Jimmy and Jay Uso into a match at Payback. I know some people saying that it may happen at WrestleMania, but or you think they're gonna hold it that long? Um, let's see. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else to talk about before we. No, okay, not much, but that was just one of the main things I wanted to talk about with like this person who didn't like the match, and I get it, but the ending of the match ruined it for me. But I understand how they explained it this past Friday on SmackDown, but that main event kind of ruined it for me. Some people enjoyed it while I was in the crowd. Some people enjoyed it. Some people didn't. Like, some people were upset about it. Y'all probably didn't see it, but after the show, like Jay Uso was just still just sitting there, and while the crews were starting to like tear the stage and stuff down. So maybe like another 5 minutes, he got up and left, and that was it. And normally, I thought they would mention something like when the next time they'll be back in Detroit for the people of Detroit or something. But like I said, they got um I think the probably next time they probably will be back will be like after Christmas. So that would be my guess. So it'd probably be like a house show or something like that. But for them, like anything else that's going on in Michigan, they had AEW. I think Collision is going to go on in Rapids, Michigan in September. So they got something to look forward to on that. And I'm trying to think that for a little while the crowd was happy, it was packed, and if y'all, like I said, listen to the podcast that I was talking about, I'm going to mention some of the stuff to you now. So with like a bunch of meet and greets, and I didn't go to one of them because of like I most likely just Uber or Lyft everywhere where I was going because I'm not familiar with the place. But the hotel I was staying at, it was like maybe like a minute or two away from downtown. So it was really wasn't like a big deal. And like I get to see like parts of Canada. Like they had like a bridge underneath it to like, to go to Canada. So It was pretty crazy. The superstore was cool, but some of their stuff was like a little bit of high price, especially the shirts going up from 35 to 40. So if they when they come here, the shirts they sell here is going to go up from 30 to 35 bucks. So yeah, this not gonna be good. Um, let's see what else. They did have like some indie shows around there. They had like Jeff Hardy was part of a GCW. He was there for that show. Then he had a concert afterwards. I wasn't gonna go. I was gonna like just stay where I was at and just rest after I came from the superstore. Then like Saturday, I was like really busy with with WrestleCon they had and the meet and greet with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And they had like the mobiles, like they had the hearse for the Undertaker. Shotzi's taking care of business. Tank, Eddie Guerrero's Lowrider. Let's see what else. What else? What else? They had something else too. I just can't even think of it. I'm sorry. Like I can't even look at the photo right now because yeah, I probably would like show it to y'all. Like matter of fact, I can do it online for you guys, but come on, that face. There we go, Facebook. So yeah, some of y'all that's watching on YouTube are gonna see a little bit of my Facebook page. I guess just to make it interesting. So you guys that's exclusively like watching on YouTube, y'all will get to see some of the photos that I took when I was there. So I'm gonna show you guys. Um yeah, happy birthday. Let's see, I'm just waiting for it to like come up. So probably gonna take a bit. So this is the Arthur Smith page. So let me go to photos, go to albums because it should be there. There we go. So there's more photos than this, so y'all get to see. So oh yeah, the DX tank. That's what it was. So you guys get to see it. So I'm gonna show y'all real close. Like that was me with the DX tank when they invaded WCW. So if y'all saw like the most wonderful treasures or WWE's treasures, well that show they was trying to buy it, but the guy actually just let them have it on a loan, if y'all remember that. So and also so I can go to well of course the Undertaker's hearse. Here is the lowrider that Eddie Guerrero was driving in on the SmackDown show. Um, if y'all saw from Most Wanted Treasures, it was the lowrider was in Wisconsin, so somebody actually got it, fixed it up, and all that stuff. And I think they bought it from I think they brought it from them, and they met with their with the guy's price. which I agree. So I thought you saw WWE was trying to like gift them, and it's it was just ridiculous, like the way he gifted them and try to get it at a low price. But they met with their demands and they paid for it. So yeah, this is it's cool right here. Let's see, there's a couple of pictures with the hearse. Yeah, you see me with the rollback eyes. Trying to do the Undertaker thing. Uh, and basically, I was there in the Ford Field and on the way back and stuff like that. But yeah, can't complain, but pretty cool. Um, go back to that. So that's enough looking at the page. But well, I guess Raw is gonna be a little bit interesting to see like where they're gonna go with Raw, especially with the main event ending like it did. So I guess we're gonna decide like who's like how they're gonna make this matchup happen with Shinsuke and Seth. Um, because like Judgment Day ain't gonna be done, but this is gonna be interesting. Like they're gonna what they're gonna do with Shinsuke. Are they gonna make it like a fatal four way triple threat match or something like that? That's possible. With Finn Balor still being in the picture and Shinsuke in the mix and Seth Rollins, they can make that a triple threat match because there was rumors that they was trying to make the payback pay-per-view match for the World Heavyweight title a triple threat match. And also what happened at SummerSlam as well, Roman Reigns did get injured, but it seems like when he appeared this past Friday, he was okay. So it probably was like a bruise or something. So nothing major. I think that's all we're going to talk about wrestling wise. So we're going to talk about a little bit of the NBA and stuff that they mentioned last week, especially with the Christmas games. Well, they mentioned like the Christmas game that I'm most interested in was the Bucks because they got a Christmas game and it's against the Knicks. But the thing I ain't like that it's in New York because they're not try to at least made it, in Milwaukee. Because it seems like every time they make a Christmas Day game, they do it with New York, no matter how good or bad their record is. I know it's like the biggest city in the United States, but still, it's just something just got to change with that. And of course, they're always going to have one game in LA. So, yeah. They didn't say the times of the Bucks in this game yet, but that probably would be the first one that they'll play since they'll be in New York. So, we'll see how that happens. I think it was Lakers, Nuggets, and Warriors and Suns for the NBA opener that they're gonna have. So they normally just start with two games, and the rest of the games, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever the case may be. So the rest of the schedule will be announced this week, depending on when they're gonna announce it. Who knows? So it could be any day. So we will see like where the Bucks gonna play. Like, are they gonna start at home or they're gonna be like last year, like start on the road, then end away, then end their last game of the season away. So it's just the mistreatment of the Bucks. It's just I don't understand it, and they're a good team. I just really don't get it. But as soon as we know anything about the NBA schedule and stuff like that, I will do like I might do YouTube and I might do the podcast, whatever, just to mention all the games and stuff like that. I may do a live on Twitch. So we'll see how that goes. But let's see, USA did win. They beat Spain. That happened today. Um, I think that's pretty like much it for like the Bucks. I know they still like got their roster set, but they don't have a backup point guard. So which means they might be trying to make a trade happen. But if it's going to be they getting rid of Grayson Allen or Pat Connaughton, which I don't see they are going to get rid of, or whatever the case may be, who knows? So just stay tuned, and as soon as we know about the news about it, we'll let y'all know. We're gonna close this here. Like I said, it wasn't gonna be that much of a long show, whatever. Um, I do have like some program notes. I know I was supposed to put two of the for exclusive shows on there this past Friday and Saturday. So I'm gonna work on that tonight and put it up here Monday. Maybe I can try putting them both on Monday, or one's gonna be on Monday and the other one will be on Tuesday. So we're gonna go back to his regular schedule this Saturday. Yeah, I just forgot. I think I remember where I was at with it. So just be on the watch for that. Um, WFSO After Dark will be exclusively for you guys on Spotify or wherever you get your podcast from. So look for Wrestling Fan Speak Out on that. Try to follow us more on Twitch. I see we got like a new follower, so hopefully we can get more followers on Twitch. And for YouTube, please like and subscribe to the channel and subscribe because we do need a lot more subscribers. So the more subscribers we get, the more we can do more of what we do. Thanks to our sponsors, Art from the Heart. Check them out on Facebook. You want like interested in like animation drawings or drawings of like DC Comics or anything like that, you can talk to Mike and look for his page on Facebook as well. And yeah, that's oh excuse me. And don't forget about moving dudes. Not only they got business in Wisconsin, but they also got business in Florida as well. So you can give LaShawn a call, 414-807-4299 with like more information. Like if you want to talk about, what's how much is going to charge you to like to move some things, or if you're like in the Wisconsin and Florida area, that's the number to call. So, anyways, let's get out of here. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching in. So until the next video, which will probably will be Tuesday for well, next podcast will be this coming Tuesday. So we're probably gonna figure out something to talk about. So just stay tuned because we'll probably just come up with something to talk about the last second or just like that. So who knows where we're gonna go with the podcast. Probably next time you guys probably see me is on Twitch. Probably a review on see because I think either their pay per view is this coming weekend or next weekend. But I think it's next weekend. So we'll see. Otherwise, thank you guys for listening. Until the next video and the next podcast, you guys have a good night. So see you later.